What is the game itself? Are you familiar with it?
I've gone through the tutorial plus a little bit more. It's kind of like Soda Dungeon 2, but with a bit more skill.
Are you saying that Soda Dungeon 2 is for unskilled people? Oh, it's a good thing Chabby's not here. Them's fighting words.
Kind of glad Chubby isn't here, although I'm missing him.
Why are you glad Chabby's not here?
Because, fighting words.
Oh, well, it's okay. I'll still make sure and tell him.
Fucking hell.
Well, what? Was this supposed to remain a secret?
No. But,
Okay. Well, that's good then, because it's not gonna.
Fucking hell. Looks like I've got training to do for work.
Oh.
For once.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh, God. They had to use my fucking birth date.
Did you have that day off anyway?
Oh, no. It's online.
Yeah, but is it happening on a day that you would have been off?
Please ensure this, that you complete these courses by 3rd of August.
Well, it is the 20-something of July, so you do have a bit of time. It doesn't have to
I
be on
do.
that particular day.
It says by 3rd of August, so.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be done on that day. You could do it
No, I'm doing
today.
it now.
Yeah, exactly. You could do it right now.
It's just a pain in the fucking ass. This is how you give medication.
Really?
Yes, it is literally, this is how you give fucking medication.
That's kind of ridiculous.
I know. I mean, I've done it all before. I think I'm going to leave it because I've got like 1, 2. I've got like 2 workbooks plus a protocol plus a quiz to do for one of them, and I haven't looked at the other. And it's 9:15, and I was stupid enough to say that it'd start at 6 o'clock for the next 2 mornings.
Ah, that's on you.
Yeah, I know that's on me, but
No rest or sympathy for the wicked.
yeah.
Alright, let's build one of those.
Well, I can't complain. I'm not getting some training.
Not only that, you're gonna get paid for the training, right?
No.
Training time has to be paid by law here. Odd.
Yeah. It depends what the training is here. So, I wonder. I knew there was a way to fudge it.
Oh,
So, like, the training modules are just read through this information and do the quiz.
okay.
The information isn't like in pop-up things, so you can open it, shut it, it thinks you've done it, and how to confuse the computer.
Sounds like you're cheating.
Yes.
Oh, Aroha, what have you come to?
I'm just cheesing it.
Yes, I know exactly what you're doing.
But I mean, it's like the questions on the quiz are like, is it okay to use medication past its expiry date if they still look okay?
Yeah, absolutely it
Yes or
is.
no?
Yep, it's fine.
Yeah, I know.
I do. I use medicine that's like 2-3 years out of date.
Yeah. Like, in my personal life, I wouldn't worry about it too much, but, you know.
I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen? They're old people. They're gonna die soon enough anyway. Like, just don't sweat it too much, you know? Hey, Nikki. Sounds like a win to me, he says. I really hope he said that before what I said. I just noticed it now. Oh. Taking the place of Reese tonight, we have Mickey with his tiny. How's Mickey doing? There's my bird. I know I left you here somewhere. Oh, good. He said it before what I said. So at least he hasn't proven himself a terrible person also in the same breath. Very tired and annoyed with work. Yeah, I think that's the theme for today, really. It's starting to sound like it.
Yeah.
Tech wreckage and pellets. Okay.
%78% without reading any of the shit. How's that?
Sounds like the kind of test that you really didn't need to write in the first place.
I have to get 100%, but
You have to get 100%.
yeah, it's so fucking frustrating.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, Drugs and Dyes now have a home. Gear now has a home. What else have I got? Everything broke and you're still trying to fix it. Ooh. Sounds like some people's shitty days ended sooner than others.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. How do we administer medication?
Anally. Sorry,
The correct answer,
rectally.
the correct answer is individually administer each tablet with a glass of water.
Oh, you're not supposed to take 6 at a time? The glass of
Like,
vodka?
yeah, okay, but like, I've got the client that I was telling you about earlier. In the evening, he's got 2 pills. He's quite happy to have them both put in his hand, and then he bottoms up them into his mouth, and then takes the water. That's fine by him. So
Yeah, but it's against federal regulations, and now you've admitted as much on stream in front of the internet. The millions of people, and not to mention the recordings. Oh, it'll be a
yes, because
miracle
work's
if you're.
going to actually check.
It'll be a miracle if you're still employed by tomorrow.
Because work's actually going to check, aren't they?
Well, they will when I email the video to them. I'll just take a highlight clip. That would also require me to care, to think that what they're trying to teach you is reasonable, a variety of things that aren't, but
yeah.
you know, it's fun to remind you that you're admitting these heinous acts on tape.
Well, yes.
Heinous acts of elder abuse.
Hey, Chibbles.
Hey, it's Chiblato.
Good morning.
Hoity hoy.
Chibbles meet Mick. Mickey meet Chibbles. Yeah, exactly, Mickey. Hold their nose and shove them in when they open their mouth. Works for animals, works for elderly, works for everybody.
This is a different Mickey.
No, he just hasn't seen you in a while, so I thought I'd reintroduce you.
Gee, I think that's gone like a week or something.
Huh, funny that. It's only been 6 days.
I was here yesterday.
I don't think he was, though. So, you sound like you're fairly with it and doing well today.
Yeah, I would have been out earlier, but I was letting my phone charge.
Yeah, it's. I guess it's not a big deal to charge it while you're in bed. Just the cord's probably long enough.
Oh yeah, there's a plug that reaches and everything. Once we finally got a power cord here, or whatever, the cord for the phone here, that was the first thing we did was set it up, and they have like a little hook that you can extend it across the back of the bed and then off to the side where the table is.
Oh yeah, make it as easy
We
as
brought a
possible.
6 foot. Yeah, we brought a 6 foot cord, so.
A little bit of extra wiggle room just in case.
Oh no, all of it was needed.
Oh yeah.
In fact, the phone still hit the floor 3 or 4 times. Once because of being plugged in, and more times just because of bouncing off the bed or me turning the wrong way or whatever. So, getting the use out of this case, that's for sure.
Yeah, if the case doesn't do its job, they'll hear about it shortly. So, what's new and exciting? Any news? Any updates on the prognosis?
Sorry, I missed most of that. I don't know if that was your internet or mine. But you cut out.
I said, so what's new and exciting? Any updates? Anything interesting to do with the prognosis?
Nothing to do necessarily with the prognosis, but I'm pretty much on pills for everything as opposed to intravenous. So it seems like I'm probably going home in the next day or two. I would.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good sign. If they don't feel that you need the intravenous, that's a because the pills are a slower delivery mechanism. So
I'm so tired of being, reintroduced to the intravenous. They did it Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday out of the days I've been here.
fuck, get your act together, guys.
It's not them. It's my veins doing like the. All right, you get a day.
Oi, oi, oi. Never a dull moment with you, huh?
No, not at all. See, that was just a computer that makes my life difficult. It's just life.
And it's hard to even say, like, you do it to yourself, all with all the troubles that you have, because there's some of this shit is well outside of your control.
A lot of it can be. Yeah.
Yeah, like you didn't choose your veins. It's the same problem my mom has. She goes for like a blood draw or whatever, and they're poking and prodding, and she ends up coming out of there looking like a fucking pincushion, and she's got more goddamn holes in her than she ever needed, and she bruises like an overripe peach, and it's just like,
Just comes out
Jesus.
looking like a Dalmatian.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus Christ, what did they do to you, Mom? And she's like, it's through blood. I'm like, no, that's violence. That's signs of violence right there. And she's like, no, it's really not. All right, well, that's a problem.
On a slightly different subject, holy shit, I worked 28.5 hours last week.
Last week, nice.
Yeah, to the week ending Sunday.
Very nice.
Indeed.
Good job.
Thanks.
It sounds like this week you're going to have probably close to 20 hours.
If not more. And I also had a sick day, so, that's...
Was it
That wasn't...
a paid sick
Huh?
day, or is it a
Yeah.
day with? Okay.
Yeah. Which reminds me, I need to get onto them about giving me my extra 5 days.
Yeah. Sooner the better.
Yeah. I'm down to 2 days left to take off. Sick. And I won't get another allowance till about this time next year.
Yeah, they definitely need to get that shit together.
Yeah.
Oy, oy, oy. So has Steph been in today, or did she just come in like as you need stuff, as opposed to risking being there every day?
No, it was just the weekend. It was Saturday, Sunday, and I didn't even want her to come Sunday, but she said it was her last day off before she started working, and she'll probably be too tired to come in again unless I absolutely need something. But I didn't even want her here on Sunday. I don't need her taking the chance of getting anything.
Yeah, no kidding. Just begging for trouble. Oh, you should tell Chabby about that. Oh, would it be something he's able to do? There's a game that she was telling me about for a charity thing, but I don't know what the game actually looks like. I haven't looked at it yet. Thought it might be something.
It's possible.
Might be something you'd be interested in, if nothing else, to help a charity.
Charities are good.
Yeah, I know you
Indeed.
tend to try and help out.
trying to convince Digital that he should do it is another story.
What are you talking about?
That's a charity you're wasting your time on.
I never said anything of the sort.
It sounded like I was having to convince you to play it.
No, I asked questions about it because I have no idea what the fucking game is or how
True.
how playing this game benefits a charity. Forgive me for
True.
wanting to know about a thing before I get involved. God.
Yeah, fair enough.
Some people. Like what, you just dive into
Um,
everything with your pants down around your ankles? No, you ask questions first.
it's possible. I'm not sure. I'd say you know Chibbles on his site better than me. So
Ah, I see. So
You have me here. I know it the best.
well, yes, you know it the best, Chibbles. However, out of the people with good sight, good-ish sight.
Let's see. And what is it called again? I'll look it up right now and see if it looks like a thing to be.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends. Okay, so do I have to do it through that link?
Yeah.
Okay.
To get the money to the charity, yes.
Collect and battle in a dark RPG fantasy world.
Yeah, that was kind of my guess what it was going to be.
Fight over 20 killer bosses, stunning next-gen 3D graphics, epic PvP battles, a massive story campaign.
This is a phone thing?
Yeah, looks like...
It's on phone, on Mac, and on PC.
It's on PC?
Yeah, I've done it on PC.
Oh. Oh, fuck, I didn't know that. Interesting. That would make it a lot easier, because then he'd be able to actually get closer to it.
Yeah. No, the reason I'm hesitating is because there's various bits and pieces in like different corners that can be useful. So I'm not saying that Chibbles wouldn't be able to play it, just
That he shouldn't do it.
stop putting words in my mouth.
Okay. Anyways, while Digital's looking this up, I have a beef to pick with you.
Why?
Because in regards to Soda Dungeon 2, the deal was not to put 2 hours into it and go, look, I put 2 hours, because I could turn on any game and walk away for 2 hours. We were supposed to watch you play it for 2 hours.
I didn't walk away for 2 hours.
I don't know that.
When you get home, I shall fire it up again and prove that I've not just walked away, fired it up and walked away, but that I have put some time into it.
That you cheated? Okay, good.
No, I didn't. I just don't think you'll be able to see well enough on your phone to be able to accept the proof.
So how far did you get, Aroha? What characters did you unlock?
I'm up to the second dungeon. There's, you know how there are the groups of 10 levels inside a dungeon.
Yeah.
They've got something similar. So I'm up to the second set of them.
Oh no, I meant in Soda Dungeon. How far did you get, and like what characters did you unlock?
Oh,
I wasn't changing subject back to a subject. I was staying on topic.
He wasn't helping you.
I
Mm-hmm.
what's it called? Wiped it once? No.
Scrooge McDuck over here.
What?
What's what called?
I had to go back to the beginning.
You had to restart
I
like
think
the
she
whole
was-
thing.
Yeah.
Was it
Oh, I think she means the turnover, like the dimensions.
Yeah, the dimensions.
okay? So you made it to the second dimension.
Yeah.
Which of the characters did you find most useful when you were playing?
I can't remember.
Uh-oh. This is starting to sound
I
like
don't know.
just ran it for 2 hours.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't. I promise. I.
Starting to
Okay,
sound a little
well then that's
sketchy.
fine. That's fine. I'll give like 12 hours worth of a try to Lotro for you. No problem. When I get home, I'll set that up.
There we go. Now I got a light. I sense that
Anyway.
sense that there's a butt coming there. Chabby, am I wrong?
No, I can turn my computer back on, throw Lotro on, and go upstairs for 12 hours.
Oh, okay.
Naughty Chibby.
Hey, wait a second. I can
I actually played the.
I can look at Soda
I
Dungeon
actually.
and see how far she got based on her achievements.
I actually played.
I'm saying I can verify that so that
Yeah.
we can stop
Yeah.
giving you a hard time. Friends who
See.
you or friends who
But isn't this so much? But isn't this so much more fun?
Oh, it is. It very much
No.
is.
Damn it! No.
Oh hell, I think she's got more achievements than I did.
That'd be embarrassing.
Let's see. She's got like 10 achievements. Compare these stats to your own. I'm afraid to, but okay. Oh, thank God, I've got more.
You compared them to mine if you want to.
Oh, that's funny. I took one look at it and I'm like, shit, I don't think I had 10. Yeah, she's got like. Oh, and they're scattered all over the place. Let's see. 3:45 a.m. one day, and the rest of them are like 6:12 and 9:12 the night before. So she played it at least 3 different times, or she had it running for like 12 straight hours, which doesn't jive with the numbers. It says 2.8 hours. I believe her. She played it. She's got. Yeah, she completed Dimension 1. She flipped it over to Dimension 2.
Well, I believe that she played it too. The whole idea was watching her play it.
Why would you want it to watch me play something?
Because you didn't like it, which means you probably got frustrated while doing it.
Oh, that's true. It would have been really entertaining. Everybody seems to enjoy watching me play stuff that I fucking hate.
Hey, I get you to play things like Lotro.
Yeah, and then I try to update it, and it crashes. And then I eventually get it updated, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, our servers are down until further notice.
They're having fucking issues.
They are. They are having some serious issues. I just laughed earlier when I was like, I was like, oh, so what time you done supper, blah blah blah, whatever. And then I get the thing from Latra, and I'm like, well, so much for that fucking thought. Alright, maybe I'll set up some crop plots. I think I'm going to want the crop plots going up that way. Oh shit. Dude, I need my building pieces. So have they given you any other information or instruction or anything as far as like after you're released?
No, not as of yet. I'm assuming that comes closer to leaving. There really had not much happened today, with the exception of the antibody specialist coming by and looking things over and making sure that they could put it into pill form for it to do its specific job.
Sniff you a couple times, make sure you're not going bad.
Well, I'm getting better, never mind going bad. Finally got that stupid shower and
Got the stupid what?
finally got a chance to get a shower and
Oh my god, that must have felt good after being stuck there for this long.
yes.
Especially being pin cushioned in the with the IVs over and over. There's gonna be little sticky spots and dried patches of blood and just generally feeling fucking gross.
Yeah, pretty much.
I never felt like I was home from the hospital, air quote, until I had stripped, showered, put on fresh clothes that weren't the ones that I wore to the hospital. Like, I don't feel clean until it's been a complete turnover like that.
And this might be a surprising shock, but I didn't fall asleep in the middle of my shower.
Really? Did they forget to bring you a chair?
I'm horrified.
No, there was a stool in there. I just didn't use it.
I can't believe that fucking conversation. Oh, that was so funny. Like, you can't write comedy like this, and you know they mean well, but they're missing the bloody point.
Yeah, exactly. They mean well, and they're going off of what they think it is based on what it actually is.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to fault them. No, I don't need poop. Get the poop out of here. It's hard to fault them for doing what they think is right, but at the same time, if they could just give you the benefit of the fucking doubt once in a while would be nice. Like, it's my body. I've been living in it for a while. I'm familiar with how it operates. We've got an understanding.
Well, did the walk there this morning, and it's like maybe 3 or 4 rooms over, and I'm looking back and forth, and I'm like, that's her definition of really far.
I guess they didn't know how mobile you are. Like, if this edema that was, swelling your legs up was a result of you having trouble moving. You had whatever, bad knees or whatever, and that's why you were immobile, and that's where the weight came from, or who knows, right? Like, they may have.
Yeah, it's all assumptions based on.
Yeah, they may have your entire medical history. It doesn't mean they've necessarily had a chance to read it. So.
Oh, I consider myself pretty mobile. I know the drums help with that, and doing the workouts and the stairs in the house and everything else. So, again, like, my thing was like, look, get this thing removed from the back of my legs, and I'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. And what did you call it? Grapefruits behind your knees?
So I had grapefruit between your knees, essentially.
Go between your knees. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember exactly how you termed it.
Well, as much as I love you, Chibby, I've got to start at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, so I'm going to bed.
Well, my apologies. I promised I'd be on a bit earlier, but I didn't have the chance to. So, but it's good talking to you all the same.
That's okay, Chibby. I'm sure we'll be able to talk again.
Maybe even.
Yeah, looking better and better. Like, I'll hopefully in the next couple of days be back home.
Yay!
Yeah, it'll be a nice change of pace. Sleeping in your own bed and having control over all those weird little aspects of life that you suddenly miss when you're in the hospital.
That you all of a sudden take for granted, yeah, or you now cherish that you don't have access.
Yeah, you realize, oh geez, I really took that for granted. No? Yep, welcome to the hospital.
Yeah, going out onto the deck for like an hour each day and just enjoying the outside and the sunshine.
Yeah, that was me. That was me this morning, actually. After I took Hannah home, I went and picked up a hot dog from Costco and took one of my big fat Cubans, and I sat and had a Coke and a hot dog in the sun, and I had my cigar, and I didn't go home until about noon. I was just sitting there enjoying the sunshine. So we gotta get you smoking. I hear that's a good way to get thin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, Troy McClure did that self-help tape, "Smoke Yourself Thin." He wouldn't back a shoddy product.
A cartoon character in a cartoon show wouldn't back up a shoddy product. I believe you.
No, it would. He would never. He would never have backed that product if it was shoddy. And what was the other one? Get confident, stupid. On a scale of 1 to helpful, these books are not. So, does your room have a window, or are you on the interior of the building?
Interior next to the washroom, and they can never remember to turn the goddamn light off every time they come through.
Oh, yeah.
Not my roommate, but they'll come in to help him every hour, every other hour, or for me or something, and they always turn the washroom light on as sort of like a guiding light.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll go and they'll leave it on, and I'm like 20 minutes later, I'm pulling the thing. I'm like, hey, the light. They're like, oh yeah.
I don't know how it's not automatic. I guess after working there for long enough, you get out of that habit. But like for me, it's always just an automatic thing. I'm walking out of the room. I got to make a conscious effort to leave the light on if I know I'm coming back.
No, this is a job thing for them. You walk down this hallway and you look into some of the rooms if they're open, and most of the washroom lights are on for a guiding light for some of these people to get to the washroom safely at night.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
But for me, like the few hours I was trying to sleep overnight, kind of deal, it just every time that light would go on, boom, it would wake me up. So
yeah, well, it's shining in bright enough to keep you from sleeping. The girlfriend's the same way. If she's got any sort of light going on in the room, it keeps her from sleeping. So she sleeps with the blinds closed, and the security shutter on her window is perfect for her because it blocks the light out completely. And she actually drops a sheet at the foot of the door to block the light from the hallway and the bathroom if someone's in the hallway or in the bathroom and has the light on. That's enough light to wake her up even just coming under the door.
which is weird because most of the time when I'm sleeping, it's in the basement at home, and the rec room is shining into the bedroom, and it doesn't bother me at all. So it's just like, I guess the brain is like, when it's dark, kind of idea, right?
Your brain is expecting the dark, and then they turn the light on and screw that up for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh well, you won't be there much longer.
Well, yeah, it's not a big deal. It was just one of those things that if they wanted, like, and they're like, well, why aren't you sleeping overnight? I'm like, well, I have a few things that I could, refer to.
There's been difficulties.
I actually slept quite well through the day today. It was like I fell asleep, breakfast was there, fell asleep, lunch was there.
It's funny that you're able to sleep through the day there when presumably there's a lot more light and sound pollution everywhere.
Yeah. So I chatted with my mom for a bit today. I had to get I had to clear things up because Mike called and he was sort of freaking out based on the text that Steph sent to Shauna. So then I talked
Yeah.
to Russell for a good portion of the days, or at least like 45 minutes, getting people all caught up on what was going on.
Yeah, I can imagine that the text that your wife sent was less than enough
Helpful.
information to put people's mind to ease. Like, hey, so and so's in the hospital, he's all right, blah blah blah. Okay, that's not going to be nearly enough information for people to actually be all right with it, though.
The first half you had, right? It was like, oh yeah, he's in the hospital. By the way, he's dropped 20 pounds of water. He's dropped 20 pounds of water weight, or 20 pounds of water, not even weight, just water.
So what? He's liquefying. His cell membranes are letting go, and he's doing the thing that senator did in the first X-Men movie, where he just fucking turns into a pile of water.
And so of course that goes from her to her, and then from her to Mike is even less translation, and what you should know that by now.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what that. By the time it got to Mike, it might as well have said, goblins snatched him and they're currently
No, I was like,
probing his butthole. Like,
well, my joke was, I'm surprised you weren't thinking I was, signed up for the army or something.
yeah, who knows what the fucking result would have been if there's one more person in that chain.
That's that. Yeah, that's that game of telephone. Yeah, he's like, so I needed to call and find out. I'm like, no, I don't blame you.
Given that the two stages of removal, I completely understand.
Surprised you have that much of the information correct.
Yeah, people are really fucking bad at that, getting the information correct.
Like, my mom hasn't been worried once because I take the time to sit down and tell her exactly what's going on, what I know, and what I expect, and so on.
Yeah.
Like, I guess she's been worried in her own way, but I give her the details that are needed, right?
Yeah, she's been kept in the loop enough that it's like not a huge source of stress for her. She's not going to have a freaking heart attack.
But meanwhile, after talking with Russell for 45 minutes, like, oh, he's like, you're telling me so much more than Steph ever did. I'm like, well, I tell you.
Well, you do have, to be fair, you do have a much better grasp of the English language.
I guess then firsthand I'm dealing with it. So.
What's that?
I said, and I guess firsthand I'm dealing with it too, right?
Yeah, like she's obviously not there for all the tests and all the medical jargon that's being thrown at you, so she's liable to get it wrong on a variety of fronts for valid reason.
I don't think she's getting it wrong necessarily. I think she's just leaving out a lot of details she's not, one, sure about, or two, doesn't feel the need that's all that important to be adding in at the moment, because a lot of what was told and a lot of what I've told you is all guesswork right now, right?
So she's abbreviating it so it's just the certain parts. It's like, okay, he is in hospital, stop. Lost 20 pounds, water, stop. I'm at work, stop. Oh boy. Well, one thing you can say is at least she keeps things interesting for you.
Yeah, I've never had that complaint. That's always been one thing that's been there.
Maybe one day life will stop being exciting. Maybe one day.
If that's the case, I may have to move on.
Yeah, time to get a divorce. Find someone who stresses you out more. Well, I'm glad that you can laugh about the shit going on and the miscommunication game and everything else, because some people just, they would not handle that nearly as well.
You got to think about it though. This is essentially me in a nutshell, dealing with my vision all my life and having a good sense of humor and all that sort of stuff, right? Like, there's ways you can take it.
Yeah. You can be shitty about it, or you can have a laugh. Yeah. It's really all you can do. That's the only thing you control in life is your reaction to things. You don't control anything else. And the sooner people realize that, the better off everyone will be. Oh, Aroha's already stepping up to take one for the team if you get a divorce. She'll jump on that hand grenade for us all.
I missed all that.
I said Aroha's stepped up to take one for the team if you get a divorce. She said she'll jump on that hand grenade, save us all.
All I heard was Aroha. Sorry, the internet again.
I say Aroha stepped up and said she'll take one for the team if you get a divorce. She'll jump on that hand grenade to save the rest of us.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't realize that was the case. She just wants full access to Cuddle Gorilla.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm not foolish enough to take that bet. And I mean, I suppose you could do worse. I mean, she mostly keeps you well supplied in Minecraft when she's not lollygagging.
What else is a game I'm looking for?
You know, she supports your gaming addiction.
Hell, when my wife's brother deems her my wife in a game.
Yep, pretty much.
I wonder if there's ever a reaction from Reese. Have you ever seen that in the general chat?
I don't think so. I don't think he saw it.
That's probably what it was.
I think now that he's back to working, he's spending a lot less time in our Discord and that. I know he's certainly not been spending much time in Minecraft servers. So
I wonder how his stream is going too.
I haven't had a chance to catch him if he has been streaming. I don't know. Aroha, has he been streaming as much or not so much? Yeah, I'd be curious how he's doing with work and everything else. If he's feeling a little overwhelmed going back, or if he's enjoying it. Yeah, he's not nearly streaming as much. She says, makes sense, right? You know, when people are on lockdown with nothing else to do, they're gonna invent their own ways to keep busy, add structure to their day. Yeah, he's busting his ass trying to get money to get over to Australia Junior, as you dubbed it.
Yes, I did. So the girl comes around the corner and she's just double checking. She's like, yeah, he's over here, kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, should I have said something? The fact that I left my room, because I guess the nurse went in to go check on my roommate and realized I was gone.
Yeah, missing a patient is always a concern. That's reasonable. What's gonna be your first step once you get out of there?
Oh hell, I don't know. Going and ordering a pizza.
Yeah, some sort of satisfying food.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to do the chicken nuggets comparison you wanted to do.
Oh, it wasn't nuggets. It's full pieces of chicken.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was nuggets.
No. It's just the Popeyes chicken versus the spicy stuff at Mary Brown's. Both are really good.
Nice. Okay. 4 pieces of chicken sounds good. Oh, and she says
Oh,
that Reese is doing pretty well and finding it a little tiring working 30 hours a week.
but it's keeping him busy, and good to know he's back to work. So
Yeah, I don't think he had 30 hours a week before the close down, so he's probably picked up somebody's shifts that decided not to come back or found something else to do to pay the bills.
yeah, exactly.
I imagine there's going to be a lot of turnover for shit like that with everybody, everybody scrambling, trying to find a way to keep their homes and keep their bills at bay.
Yeah. No, my thought was when we get back together on Sundays, I'll go grab a box of each, and we'll just sort of split it up together and go from there.
Yeah, do a little side-by-side taste testing. Nope, sounds good to me.
So are we getting? I guess we're not getting any closer to that because things are still the way they are. Or...
Well, until shit gets sorted out and some furniture gets moved out of here, I don't have anywhere to put you guys because there's I can't even build that fucking bookcase yet because there's 2 cabinets in the way.
Okay, I thought that was part of it. I never actually knew that was part of it. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean I've been basically in a holding pattern regarding the bookcase. I haven't finished it because there's no point until I've got somewhere to put it. It's just going to be in my way. I could do like the last little bits of routering and that kind of shit and the little touch ups in that, but until I can dry fit it all together, I don't want to head into too much of that stuff.
Yeah, I guess I was more on the other side of things in regards to the pandemic, all that sort of stuff. If that was still part of it too, or if it's part of it, even once the furniture's gone, kind of things.
Once we get the furniture out of here, it'll be good. Not being able to dry fit it indoors, I'm not really willing to take it outside and fuck around with it because it's just so goddamn wet out there all the time. It's just nonstop bloody rain. So like I don't know how I would take it outside and do any sort of dry fitting with it. It just end up getting wet. I could take it out on the deck and do it up there, provided it hadn't rained in the last day or so. But that'd be about it. I do really want to get it finished though, because I think it's going to look pretty fucking awesome. I'm just a little bit worried about whether it'll handle the weight, or if the bottom is going to start to sag. So I kind of want to stress test that once it's assembled. Put a bunch of weight on that bottom shelf and see how it handles that. If it's good or if it's a problem. Are you still with us, or did you lose your internet again?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. You got real quiet. I didn't know if we lost you there.
No, I'm trying to watch how much this mic picks up, and I know from previous experiences with other people, how annoying that kind of is with the background noise.
Well, you're not in a windy environment, so that helps. You know, like Booty, when she was out walking the dog, was picking up wind noises, or Norwegian, while he was out wandering around, there's tons of wind noises. So that was a big part of it with some people.
Yeah, like there's a TV going in the background here, and it doesn't seem to be picking it up at all. So.
No, I can't hear it at all. Yeah, when do you want to do the chicken test? We could always make that happen on a Sunday, regardless of my basement clutter situation.
That's true. I don't know. Let's get back into the swing of things. So.
Yeah, once you get home and start feeling like yourself again, we can do the chicken deal.
Yeah. Well, I'm still hoping that it's not going to be too long before the Sunday start up again too.
Yeah, well, I'll send you a picture of the table, and you can tell me what you think.
No, I know.
It's piled tall enough I can't see across the fucking table.
Chibbles, are you on the other side? Still over here.
Yeah, like it is heaped with shit. So,
At least you know that table is stress tested.
oh my god, it's a good thing me and Creepy built it the way that we did, or it would be a problem. Like it's mostly boxes for like board games and stuff, thankfully. But between board game boxes and boxes of books from the bookshelf in the office that I had to get rid of, and a couple other things that are kind of bulky like that, it's the whole table is just a giant pile. It's more space than weight, thankfully, though. Well, I say that, but the boxes of books are probably pretty heavy too.
Yeah, but that what is it? That piece of plywood or whatever it is you have over the middle before it goes into the dips into the center, is still holding it all up too, right?
Well, it's got 3 metal struts underneath it that I got Creepy to make for me. We made little cutouts and put in 3 metal struts across there to support it, so when people were putting stuff on top of it, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, a basket of laundry on a piece of plywood that's 4x8, it'll start to bow it. So I was like, no, I want something structural underneath that. It's removable, but it'll still keep shit from caving in. So he was like, okay, well, let's make some bent, basically U channels, and voila, problem solved.
That was going to be my question, if it was removable, but that makes sense.
Yeah, they're just basically a metal piece that sits in there, and I was actually going to paint them before I put them in there. And I thought about it, I'm like, well, no, because then it's going to take weeks for the paint to dry properly and make sure that it doesn't stick.